So who remembers the story of Bobby, the faithful dog? Of course, this is one of the biggest tourist scams that has been ever pulled. And the story goes that a Mr. John Gray moved to Edinburgh and he became a night watchman. And he had a little dog called Bobby who used to follow him everywhere. And when John Gray died, apparently this little dog used to come sit by his graveside every day. And this dog did so for something like 14 years. Now this used to attract thousands and thousands of tourists. Of course, all of this took place during 1858 when John Gray died of tuberculosis. So the myth was born. So of course this is the grave marker for John Gray, and this is supposedly where his dog used to come and sit. So of course the real truth of the story is that yes, there was a John Gray, and yes, there was a dog, but the dog was most likely a stray. And in those days almost every graveyard had a stray dog in it, and the local gardener used to look after this little dog and used to feed them. And before long, himself and a local restaurateur concocted up this myth that this dog was here because of John Gray. And so the tourists started to flock to come see this little dog, who at 1 o'clock every day used to go to a local restaurant to go get his lunch. And of course the owner of the restaurant used to come fetch the dog and feed the dog, and the story just got bigger and bigger. So between the gardener and restaurateur, they spun the story out. The real reason was that they wanted tourists to come visit the local graveyard because they were giving tours in those days. It just shows you how far back the ghost tours were going on. And of course the local restaurant owner wanted trade for his restaurant. Now eventually this poor little dog died, but no, this didn't stop the restaurant owner. He promptly got a new dog because the actual coloring of the dog sort of changed over time. So every time this dog died, they just replaced it. So the story has been perpetuated over the decades, but yes, unfortunately it seems to be a complete and utter hoax. So a little statue was created for this dog. Now a lot of tourists come here to come see this little statue, and they keep rubbing the nose of this dog. And unfortunately this causes damage to the statue, and it costs Edinburgh Council something like £400 every time to fix this. So yes, interesting story, but not true. So there's actually a gravestone to commemorate this little dog. Now they weren't allowed to bury pets in these cemeteries, so this is just a grave marker. So as you can see, the myth is perpetuated to this day. Hundreds and hundreds of tourists come here to come see this graveyard and to pay a visit to this little dog.